Let me open Anaconda Navigator. I think in last class we discussed about lambda function, and we discussed about filter function, and we discussed about a map function. So what lambda function is? It is a kind of function declaration, but it is a simple kind of function declaration. Lambda is a single line function declaration, and you can able to easily develop bigger programs also using with the lambda functions. And we done with one more thing called a filter. See, for example, filter is what the concept is. There is a big bucket. There is a big bucket or big basket. Inside the basket, there are some flowers and fruits. So what you want to do is you want to separate the flowers. You want to separate the fruits. Okay, you want to gather only fruits from the basket. When you want to gather only fruits from the basket, you need to filter the values. You need to filter the values. So whenever you want to filter the values, filter is a function. Filter is the method you have to apply. And for filter, for fruit, you want to gather only fruits means for fruit, you need to write a function separately. What is the kind of fruit? You need to write a function separately. And apply the fruit function on top of the fruits, on top of the basket. Basket is a bigger list. Apply the fruit function on top of the particular basket, automatically all fruits will come. What is a map means? There is a big basket. Inside the basket, there are multiple objects or multiple values or multiple items. I want to pack all the items. I want to decorate all the items. If you want to pack all the items, if you want to decorate all the items, then you need to work with the map function. So what map function can do? Mapping some functionality on top of each and every object. So there is one big basket. Inside the basket, there are a number of fruits and vegetables are there. What my requirement is, I want to pack each and every fruit and vegetable. I want to pack each and every fruit and vegetable. So pack is one function. So take the pack function, apply for all the objects in the particular basket. Then automatically mapping is working for you. So those two are very important functions we already done with. One is the filter function, one is the map function we done with. And today we are going to be discussing one important concept called the JSON concept. Okay, so what is JSON? JSON is basically a JavaScript object notation. JavaScript object notation. And what JSON format is? JSON will be available. JSON will be available in two different formats. JSON will be available in two different formats. One is a JSON object. One is a JSON array. Okay, so later in the programs, later in the object-oriented programs, JSON is very important. In object-oriented programs, in full stack application, whenever you want to send the data from client system to server system, you are filling the form in the client system. You are filling the form on top of the browser. So whatever the data you entered into the form, that particular data I want to submit it to the server. Whenever you are submitting this data, you need to convert your JavaScript into the JSON part, and JSON only can understand by the server system. So in that case, JSON is very important. So here, using with Python, how we can able to convert JSON data to Python data or Python data to JSON data, we need to understand. Okay, so JSON is one simple format. JSON is JavaScript object notation, and JSON is text format. And one more important point, JSON files saved with .json format. JSON files saved with .json format. Important. JSON is JavaScript object notation. JSON is text format file, and JSON files are saved with the .json format. And JSON will be available in two different formats. One is a JSON object, one is a JSON array. And one important thing we need to understand, how about this JSON object is. JSON object is collection of key value pairs. JSON object is collection of key value pairs. Key value pairs. JSON object is collection of key value pairs. Key and value separated with key and value separated with the colon symbol. Every key value pair. One more point. Every key value pair. Every key value pair separated with a comma. Every key value pair separated with comma. Last key value pair. Last key value pair do not have comma. Do not have comma. So try to understand these particular points here. JSON object is collection of key value pairs. JSON object is collection of key value pairs. So simple thing. Simple thing. Collection of key value pairs means key colon value, comma, key colon value, comma, key colon value. It should be like this. It should be like this. Key value pairs. It is looking like a dictionary. It is looking like a dictionary. In Python, you have an object called a dict. It is in the same format. It is in the same structure. Dictionary object. Sorry, dictionary object and the JSON object look like same. But JSON object have some different kind of rules and regulations. Okay, I will tell what are the rules of JSON object and all. JSON object is collection of key value pairs. Key and value separated with a colon. Every key value pair separated with a comma. Last key value pair do not have comma. One important thing. And one more thing, JSON object starts with curly braces, closed with what? Curly braces again. Starts with curly braces and closed with curly braces. Starts with curly braces, closed with curly braces. In JSON object, one important point. In JSON object, key must be string. Key must be string type. Value can be any kind of data. In JSON object, value can be any kind of data. Any kind of data means it may be a number, it may be a integer, it may be a float value, it may be a string value, it may be a list value, or it may be array value, or it may be a object value, it may be a null value. So something like this, or it may be a Boolean value. Value can be any kind of data. Value can be any kind of data, but object can, key must be string. Key must be string type and encodes with double quotes. Okay, don't go with the single quotes. Don't go with the single quotes. In JSON, compulsory it should be with the double quotes. Compulsory it should be the double quotes. Double quotes tone string anedi mention cheyali. Even in the key, even in the value. For example, key is a string, value is a string. Name Srinivas. Name should be with the double quotes. Srinivas also in the double quotes. Qualification MCA. Qualification should be in the double quotes. MCA also should be in the double quotes. Don't use single quotes in the form of JSON. Okay. So let me try to define some object for the JSON object. Let me define some syntax for the JSON object. How JSON object will be. Start with the curly braces, closed with the curly braces. Okay, let me tell you. One is the emp underscore name colon emp name is something like Srinivas and comma. I want to define one more key value pair. I want to define one more key value pair. Employee qualification should be something like MCA and comma employee salary. If I want to define salary, emp underscore salary. Salary should be something like okay, 56,000. This is some JSON object. This is some JSON object. Okay, so we need to understand this is the proper JSON or not. There is a simple website called JSON Validator. Just go to the JSON Validator. JSON Validator. There is a website called JSON Validator in the browser. You can just go to the JSON Validator. The website name is jsonlinked.com. The website name is jsonlinked.com. So JSON Validator. I want to check whether JSON is correct or not. Check whether JSON is correct or not using with this particular website. What is the website name? JSONlinty.com. Open JSONlinty.com. There you paste your JSON data. What is the JSON data? This is the JSON data, right? So take the JSON simple JSON and paste here. Paste here. When you paste the thing, just click on the validate JSON. When I click on validate JSON, what is happening here? JSON is valid JSON. So your JSON is valid JSON. So you have the JSON data here. This is the valid JSON. Am I clear? This is a simple JSON. Which is not having some branches. Simple JSON. Now, this is the object, JSON object I'm talking about. Let me go for JSON array. JSON array is collection of values. And one more thing, JSON array starts with square braces, closed with square braces. Value can be any kind of data. Value can be any kind of data. So first of all, the value is integer. Second value is float. Third value is string. Fourth value is dict or object. And one more object is some kind of null value. One more object is some kind of boolean value. Okay, no problem. I told JSON array is collection of values. A value can be any kind of data and starts with the square braces, ends with the square braces. Every value separated with comma. Okay, we know that. Last value do not have comma. We know that. Last value comma better. In middle, all the values should separate with the comma symbol. And one more thing, if string value is there, if a value is string, enclosed with string dorikindante enclosed with double quotes. Even in this array also, whenever you find a string, whenever a value has a string, it should be enclosed with what? Double quote. When you find object enclosed with what? This. When you find array, it should be enclosed with what? Square braces. So remember these points. So if a value is a string, it should enclose with a double quotes. Aisha, I'm getting some. Yeah. So Aisha, you can able to hear my voice, right? Okay, so fine. This is the JSON object and this is the JSON array. Let me define some array now. Take this object, keep the value as object. The first object is something like this, second object is something like this, third object is something like this. So now this is the array, JSON array, syntax of the array. Syntax of the array. What is the syntax of the array? Syntax of the array is enclosed, starts with the square braces, ends with the square braces. The first object is Srinivas. Second object is Manasa. Be checked. And salary 45,000. And third value is something like Aisha. And she is some BSc, for example. And salary is 76,000. Now, can I check this is the valid JSON or not? Take the copy of this data. Go to the validator, JSONlinty.com, and paste the data here. And click on the valid JSON button. Okay, now you can check a symbol. JSON is valid. For example, here for Aisha, I am doing with single quotes. Here for Aisha, I am doing with single quotes. But normally, you know that Python strings allows single quotes also. But now I am not talking about Python. I am talking about JSON. If I am talking about JSON, it is giving you error. It is giving you error. What is the problem? Error parse the error. In line 13, employee name on Aisha, expecting string not identified. Expecting string not identified. So this is not treating as a string. So JSON syntax have some rules. We should obey with the rules. So rule is not obeying now. Rule is violated. What is the rule violated now? Aisha is not having double quotes. Aisha should go with the double quotes. Aisha is a string. So that should be with the double quotes. When you go with the double quotes, then only it will satisfy and obey with the rule, obey the JSON rule. And when I click on the valid JSON, so JSON is valid. For example, if I give the comma here, the last object I'm giving comma. The last object I'm giving comma. Invalid JSON. Okay, whenever the last value is an object. So this is a value and this is a value. This is a value. Every value is object type. Okay, but last value have comma. When last value have comma, not following this rule. So I am actually telling those particular rules here. So last value do not have comma, and if a value is string enclosed with double quotes, and every value separated with a comma. For example, if I am not giving the comma here, I am missing the comma. If I am missing the comma, valid JSON, validation is going, no, invalid JSON. So you need to follow some rules and regulations for the JSON data. So JSON data is very, very important whenever you are getting the data from the databases. There, it is very important to parse the data from the databases and all. So that time it is very important. So you have to understand JSON first. And what you can do after this class, what you can do is I'm trying to giving some assignment for you. Prepare a college JSON. Prepare a college JSON, college related data, your college related data. Okay, so prepare a college JSON, college.json. Okay, write a file college.json. Inside the college.json, you can go with the branches. For example, there is a branch called CSC. For CSC, there are multiple students available. You can take array of these values and comma, go with object. This is an object. No? Object is collection of key value pairs. No? Object is what? Collection of key value pairs. Okay, so CSC related data. And now I'm going with the branches. One branch is CSC, one branch is ECA, one branch is IT. One branch is IT. IT have some students. CSC have some students. EC have some students. EEE have some students. So write down few examples. Write down few examples. And here again for CSC there are multiple students. Every student again object. Every student related data again object. Object is okay. So you prepare a college JSON and you prepare a family JSON. Your family related data. You prepare a family JSON and you prepare a shop JSON, shop data. You should prepare a vegetable market details, vegetable market data. You prepare a fruit market data. When you write a JSON, multiple JSON examples, then you can understand JSON format. You try to do multiple examples. After this class, you try to do multiple examples of this. You prepare a college JSON, college data, some sample data, some sample records. For family also, you prepare with some sample records. For shop also, you prepare with sample records. For vegetable market also, you prepare sample records. For fruit market also, you prepare a sample records. Am I clear all these things? Now go to there are two things. The one important thing is Python converts into JSON. I want to convert Python dictionary into JSON object. I want to convert Python list into JSON array. So I already told you JSON have two important formats. What are the JSON formats? JSON object and JSON array. Same way, in Python, we have two collection types. In Python, we have two collection types. One is the dict, one is the JSON. Okay. One is a list. One is a dict, one is a list. So dict is converting to JSON object. Dict is converting into JSON object. List is converting into JSON array. How to do convert? So finally the thing is Python collections are converting to JSON collections or JSON Python data converting to JSON data. Finally, my agenda is Python data converting to JSON data. Agenda. So if you want to convert like this, there is a method called a dump method. There is a method called a dump method. Dump is a Python predefined method. Python predefined method using for convert Python dict or list to JSON records. Dict convert JHU, list convert JHU, set convert JHU, tuple convert JHU. Okay, so we will see this. We will convert to dict. We will convert to list item. We will convert to set item to JSON record. We will convert tuple item to JSON record. Everything is possible. We'll try to do multiple examples on. Dump method. We'll try to do multiple examples on dump method. So now let's define some Python object. Python dict. I'm taking Python dict, or I'm taking Python dict. For example, I'm just defining like this: Python dict object is equal to. So here Python dict. What is the Python dict here? Let me take this one. Employee name. Can I take this one? This is as the dict now. Okay, so in Python dict, can I go with single quotes? Single quotes allowed? Python dictionary, single quotes allowed. No rush, no issues. This is not JSON. This is Python. In Python, strings allowed, single quotes or not? In Python, strings allowed, single quotes. Somewhere single quotes, somewhere double quotes, somewhere triple quotes. Somewhere single quotes, somewhere double quotes, somewhere triple quotes. That is not an issue. That is not an issue. So employee name is having single quotes. Employee qualification is having double quotes. Employee salary is having triple single quotes. Srinivas is having triple double quotes. Python, this is Python. This is Python. Python is flexible with the string. Python is flexible with the string. You can use single quotes, you can use double quotes, you can use triple single quotes, you can use triple double quotes. Okay, no worries. Okay, can I print this one? Print of Python dictionary. Printing or not? Printing or not? Yes, this is Python dictionary. What my requirement? My requirement is simple. Use dump method. Use dump method. Use dump method. Convert Python dict to JSON record. Use dump method. Convert your Python dict to JSON record. Okay, let's create an object. JSON object is equal to dump of what I need to dump. I need to dump this one, Python dictionary. I need to dump this value. Copy this value, paste here, and print JSON object. Okay, so where is the problem? Okay, dump is not a method. Okay, so if you want to use this dump method, first of all, we need to import JSON. There is a module called import JSON. So please import JSON. Import JSON. After importing JSON, you can use this dump. Okay, so name error dump is not a dump na. JSON stringify. Dumps, sorry, not dump, dumps. What is that? Dumps, not dump, dumps. I missed it. Import JSON is done. JSON.dumps. Okay, now method is recognized. Now method is recognized. Now you can see this is JSON data. So take this JSON data. Take this JSON data, put in the validator. Put in the validator, validate it. What is happening? JSON is valid. JSON is valid. So for this, what you need to do is import JSON. This is called module. Import JSON module. Import JSON module. After importing JSON module, from JSON module, we have to take a method called dumps method. We have to take a method called dumps method. So when I use a dumps method, I can able to easily recognize this. Okay, one more example. Tell me one more example. Now I want to create a JSON, normal Python list. Normal Python list. Okay, Python list. Inside the list, let me take huge numbers. Can I take this? All the employees. Can I take all the employees here? I'm taking all the employees here. Or let me take this one. This is Srinivas record. In the same way, I want to define multiple records. I want to take a multiple records. Okay, first employee is Srinivas. Second employee is Mansa. Third employee is Sarfraz. Second employee, Mansa, is having some qualification, something like BTech. Salary 45,000. And here this will be BSc. And salary will be 56,000. Now, this is the normal Python list. This is normal Python list. Am I no? Let me print the Python list first. Print Python list. Print Python list first. Okay, I'm printing Python list. Okay, Python list is printed. Python list is printed. Now I want to convert this list to JSON data. How to convert this list to JSON data? Okay, take a JSON array is equal to JSON dot dumps. Okay, Python underscore. Okay, already converted. Now print JSON array. This is JSON array already converted to JSON array. Already converted to JSON array. Just take this data, put into the validation. Take the data, put into the validation. Now I am keeping this data into the validation. When I am keeping the validation, keeping in the validation, now this is converted properly. Now, can you see employee name I given single quotes, but it taken double quotes. Here I given triple double quotes. It taken what? Double quotes only. And here I am giving something. So can you see and observe? Ikkada name ichna single quotes. Ikkada triple double quotes. Double quotes, okay, fine. Here I'm giving single quotes again. Here I'm giving triple single quote again. But everything got converted into student ikkada change this and this. Employee salary taken as double quotes. It means your Python list is converting into JSON array. Conversion is possible. At the same time, I want to make reverse. Convert JSON object to Python dict. Possible? Just reverse. Take JSON object first. Take JSON object. Take JSON object. JSON object is equal to. It should be enclosed with the string. First of all, దాన్ని మనం ఒక string లో పెట్టుకోవాలి. Where is the JSON? This is the JSON. Keep into the string. Keep into the string. Now there is a one more method. I want to convert it to the dictionary object. That I need to convert it to the dictionary object. Dictionary object, you need to go with the JSON dot. There is a method called loads method. Loads. When you are converting Python to JSON, dumps method. When you are converting JSON to Python, loads method. Now finally, print of dictionary object. Print of dictionary object. Got it. Your JSON converting into Python. In the same time, JSON array. Let me take JSON array. You have JSON data already, so take in the single quotes. Take as a string. Is this JSON array? This is JSON array, right? Copy this. Keep inside the single quotes. Keep inside the single quotes. Finally, JSON. Okay, now Python list. I want to convert that into Python list. Python list lo convert cheyali. Python list lo convert cheyali ante again JSON dot loads. JSON underscore array. Your variable is JSON array. Now finally, print of Python list. Python underscore list. And finally, oh my God, somewhere should go in the same line. Could not go with the double lines. Okay, now converted. Can you see down? This is now your Python list. Okay, so Python list dot count method. So what is the count of this? How many objects are there inside this Python list? How many objects are there inside the okay, count is not working. Of 0. What is the of 0 here? Python list of 1. What is the of 1 here? Okay, I want to take only employee name here. Python list of 1. Python list of 1 dot emp underscore. What is the emp name here? Okay, syntax is not taken. So of employee name. What is a thing like this? The basic things don't forget. Answer. I want to receive answer. If I want to receive Manasa, I want to check out with the key. What is the key for the Manasa? Manasa is the name here. What is the key for the Manasa? Key is the employee name. You have to specify the key. Okay, you want to get all the keys from the list. You want to get all the keys from the list. Python list is there. Okay, so list lo keys undavu kada. Print Python list of 0. It is object. Now object have some keys. What is our key here? These are the keys. Employee name is the key. Qualification is the key. Salary is the key. Okay, I want to gather only values. I want to gather only values. If I want to gather only values, I want to gather only values. Only values I want to gather, you can able to gather only values. Srinivas related only keys you can able to see. Srinivas related only values you can able to see. Getting my point clear? What we are doing today? We are doing with the JSON, and just follow the JSON and do the assignments today. What is the assignment I am giving today is very simple assignment. Assignment is very simple. Prepare a college JSON, prepare a family JSON, prepare a shop JSON, prepare a vegetable market JSON, prepare a food JSON. First of all, you create a dictionaries, you create a Python list, convert into the JSON. Then JSON, take the JSON, keep in the string, parse it. Parse means loads. Conversion means Python to JSON conversion means dumps. JSON to Python conversion is loads. Reverse. ఈ రెండు మెథడ్స్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఒకటి dumps, ఒకటి loads. Before moving into the dumps and loads, you have to understand the structure of JSON. You have to understand the structure of JSON. So this is very, very important in the real time. So you will be having lot of projects on this coming days. Coming days with Tkinter, or coming days with databases, coming days with the Django related or Flask related. We will have multiple examples on this. Multiple times we can use JSON in the real time. Even you are working with a data analyst, even you are working with a web developer, you are working as data scientist. JSON data format is very important. JSON data format you have to learn first. Aisha, getting my point?